Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target, your home for cricket insight. And today there was plenty of cricket, whether it's the India-Australia Test match, the Sri Lanka versus New Zealand Test match. Sri Lanka doing pretty well over there. The PSL is going on right now. Islamabad versus Peshawar. Peshawar winning that game, and there is also the women's IPL about to start in an hour and a half. Joining me is my co-host very soon, so we will be reviewing first up the day 4 of the India versus Australia Test match, and let's get it started. Virat Kohli hitting his 75th century overall, 28th Test century. A really good knock on a flat pitch, but nothing to take away from that innings. It wasn't flamboyant or anything like that, but he grinded it out. We needed 100 from Virat Kohli. We got a 100 from Virat Kohli. No complaints over there. I felt India could have gotten a lead of 150 if the likes of Ashwin, even Akshar could have batted a bit more, but Ashwin in particular, I was expecting a bit more from him. Now the situation is Australia trail by 88. There's 1 day to go. India have to get Australia out in a session and a half and then chase whatever is available. Otherwise, it's going to be a draw. Yes, sir. How are you doing?
The innings was good, nothing to take away from it. Only
One
two
more day.
boundaries, man.
Then it's the nightlife, baby. One more day.
Only two boundaries came in that century of his, and yeah, I mean, commendable effort. I mean, he had a lot of stamina in him, and he definitely executed what he was set out to do. I think Kal se he was very sure that he would be able to make a century on this. I said 200 bana sakta tha, and I don't know why he got out like that, right? The way he did, it was so annoying.
एक ही विकेट बाकी था
अरे कुछ भी और 14 रन थे ना यार, लाइक तुम छक्के मारने तो भी चलना था, बट अक्रॉस द लाइन खेल के तुम टॉप एज दे के चले गए और आफ्टर 186 रन, लाइक मेरे को अनोइंग दिख रहा आना कि मैं खेला नहीं, बट देखने से मेरे को इतनी फिर गई कि मैं इतना रुका तेरे लिए, 14 रन तो बनाना था तू मेरे लिए. But yeah,
options नहीं थे, लेकिन हाँ, like if Ashwin stayed with him or somebody else stayed with him, it would have been possible.
He could have accelerated. अब अक्सर को देखो, अक्सर कैसा आके निकल के मार रहा था, जैसे उसको मालूम किधर जा रहा बॉल. Like that guy is next level right now. I think Aksar is currently in the most correct headspace a batsman would be in. Like he knows, man. He's coming after the ball. I think Australians also got tired. I think it was Kuhneman who dropped him in the deep. Or no, I think it Hanscom, one of them.
Long on, right?
हाँ, फिर उसको जाके शॉट मिड पे डाल दिया, उसको जल्दी उन्हें आके फिर हंस लेते, because they're all exhausted. Like even as a viewer, I was exhausted watching the batting. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not taking anything away from India's batting and stuff, but like Virat Kohli सुला दिया आज. The most entertaining part was that Cameron Green over after tea, where he scored 2 sixes back to back, 5 runs मिल गए थे, 18 रन या कुछ मिल गए थे उसमें.
The modern day consumer is never satisfied. We needed a Virat Kohli, and then when he came, he was still complaining that he put us to sleep.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm very happy he got a century. I'm over the moon. Moon to over the sun rather, but like it was just a very long day of watching cricket, man. Like we started off with Jadeja, and like Kohli, and then KS Bharat came in, slowed things, then he paced up things. I mean, Kohli was not very aggressive, but yeah, man. 28th Test century, 75 all over. 75 all over, man. That's next level, man. Like achievement next level. 25 to go. I hope he gets it. Karlata, I think he's gonna break the record, man. He's showing.
Pitch ke baare mein, after the last test match, I always felt you need to have those pitches, man, for entertainment purposes and for India purposes also.
This is not even a traditional pitch, Mustafa. Like if you think about it, it's 5 days flat. It's never 5 days flat. Like there's always like on the third day you see a crack.
Yeah, I agree with that, but like still, man, like I think if India got Australia out for 400, we would have probably seen a result. I still feel, because now the pitch is up and down. You saw Akshar Patel also. There's 4 or 5 deliveries that he played before he got out. The ball was keeping low. I feel that if India had a 200 run lead by now, which they could have if they got Australia out for 380, 400, then there would have been a result. Yes, it's still a very good batting wicket, no doubt about that. They overcompensated. But this is what you're going to get, man, when you change things. And but let's talk about Akshar Patel and Virat Kohli. That partnership was crucial for India to stay, to avoid a defeat. Now I don't think India will lose. Most likely it'll be a draw. or if they can sniff out a win, that will be
Collapse.
incredible for everybody. There's still that result possible, but the way they batted, they were patient. Virat Kohli, of course, he played the Khwaja style. He stood out there, made sure he put a price on his wicket, didn't get out. His defense was very solid. Picked the singles when required, hit the boundaries later on as well. You could see he was getting tired, but overall incredible innings. It was a big century, and that's what we required from that man. Akshar
Yeah.
Patel, that hoik over mid wicket that he hits is just like that's his release shot. He did that again today, 4 sixes, I think, in the innings, and yeah, he batted very beautifully. So that partnership really taking the game away from Australia in terms of a result.
Yeah, I think that was required as well because we were way behind schedule, right? I mean, the first innings we managed to get 72 runs in a 32 over session, and that was what I was upset in the morning. I was talking to like the guys on the WhatsApp also. They're like, "Nahi, zabardast खेला." I said, "Nahi, बहुत slow खेले यार. You could have played faster. You're not going for those boundaries. You're looking like you just want to, draw the match and stuff like that." Second innings come. KL Bharat changed the momentum. He started getting runs in, and that's where we started, accelerating. Once we hit 480, उसके बाद अक्षर पटेल बोला, I think it was Harsha Bhogle जो बोला कि अक्षर Patel has the license to kill now, and he was going after every ball, and that's what was required. If we did not get a 91 lead also, man, वो मजा ही नहीं आता था. Like Australia would have a different mindset. I would say if we scored quicker, gave Australia more than 6 overs to bat, probably a 20 over batting thing, maybe we would have got out two wickets because they were so exhausted. They were dead. Each Australian was tired. They were not able to field. They were not able to. They were zoned out. So उस पे आप जरा mindset पे capitalize कर सकते. अब कल क्या है, मसाजा लेके fresh होके आ जाते पूरे, and then they'll just sit like Khwaja, how he sits, and like if you get to Travis Head might accelerate, but I think it's just going to head towards the draw. But if you would have scored a little bit quicker, 150 ka jaisa aap bole, 200 ka lead maybe far fetched, 150, you could have probably on those tired faces you could have capitalized. But वही मेरे को एक वो है कि now there is no like looking deeply also the bounce is not that low consistently, right? Like हो रहा but उतनी consistency नहीं हो रहा जितना अपन probably the first session of the first day में देख रहे थे.
KS Bharat, your thoughts on him with the bat today? It was a decent innings, good contribution.
Yeah, looked more confident for me. Definitely, he looked like the couple of boundaries that he hit. He looked more confident. He looked better in his defensive approach. अच्छा lunge कर रहा था. Like he was coming ahead and properly facing the bat towards the ground. मेरे हिसाब से I think it was just time, and it'll take him time, right? He's still new relatively, but going after Cameron Green like that, something you need to have guts to do that. A little upset he didn't get to his 50, but there's always the next time hopefully. Like, but he did play very well. Like for whatever time he was there out in the field.
Rohit decided to let Kohli get his double century plus Iyer injury affected India's plans. Can you please update us on Iyer's injury? What happened, man?
Lower back injury apparently happened on the day 3 के session में, या day 3 के बाद ही.
That's why Jadeja came above him. Yesterday I was like, why the hell did Jadeja come above him? So it wasn't tactical.
That's why it wasn't tactical. So it was Ashwin also. Then we saw. Then that's when Ashwin came. That's when Harsha Bhogle or someone said, "कि भाई अब तो खत्म है, like Shreyas is not going to come out." But like I'm trying to understand where he got injured. वो याद नहीं आ रहा मेरे को कि फील्ड में
catch के बाद हुआ होगा शायद, maybe
probably some lower thing. But everybody's getting injured on the lower back. Bumrah, this guy, क्या हो रहा है lower back को मैं क्या कर रहे गिचियाँ. Lekin, yeah, I mean, Rohit decided to let Kohli get his double century, maybe, but I was upset the way Kohli got out of him. Very honestly, like I'm still irritated about that fact that I watched 186 runs. I loved his innings. I'm not saying like I'm not critical, but you could have got another century, man. That's like it's just like as a fan, I'm just like maybe a little bit stingy.
उसके लिए you need partners also. He was running out of partners. You have to understand there's only 1 wicket left. It looked like it was 8 down, but it was 9 down because Iyer wasn't coming to bat. तो उस हिसाब से उन्हें मारने गया, आउट हो गया, जो भी है. लेकिन अगर उसके पास थे partners, अगर अक्सर ठहर गया था ज्यादा या अश्विन ठहर गया था उसके साथ, he would have got to that 200.
उमेश यादव तो क्या रन आउट हुआ है रो.
Yeah, and the funny part is, did you notice that part? उन्हें बोला clearly stump mic पे कि भाई 2 भागना है, ready हो जाओ. He told him. He hit it in the gap. He went for the 2 on direct hit. उमेश यादव ने उन्हें बोल के रखा उसको 2 भागने वाले. That also shows me the class of the man, class or the skill or ability, whatever you say, that he knows he's going to get 2 runs and he's going to
Yeah,
hit it in that gap, and he hit it there like it was a premeditated plan and shot and everything.
बिल्कुल.
And if it wasn't directed, Umesh would have made it. But yeah, like it is what it is. Bumrah हो गया घुमरा या बुमराह तो आईपीएल भी नहीं खेलने वाला है. That's a big loss for Mumbai Indians. That's a big loss for Indian Premier League. It's a big loss for the BCCI because now it's touch and go for that World Cup. Maharaj has snapped his Achilles tendon and is out for 6 months and racing against time to be. Man, I feel so bad.
Yeah, I saw the celebration में like ये कैसा इंजर हुआ भाई ने, like it,
Celebration करके भाई, that's too
but
much,
I think
man.
it's just a test man बेचारा, like being very spiritual maybe but saying महाराज के लिए एक test है, सबर कर भाई, you will be back. I just hope he comes back in time for the World Cup because he is proven to be good in India, right? Like he can bowl in those small pitches as well. Yeah, so I think he should be back. क्या तो भी हुआ, क्या level का tear हुआ देखना पड़ेगा, but man, just watch out when you celebrate. I think that's also one thing. Don't get
Yeah, man, that
overly
is
excited.
unfortunate. He might be missing the World Cup because of a celebration, man. How unlucky can you get? Like
Unlucky can
over
get,
here,
yeah.
what I would like, I just hope that he gets the right mental conditioning as well. Like, I hope like
Yeah.
he gets the therapy and stuff. It is required, man. Like, imagine you celebrate and then you're out of a potential World Cup where you will probably be like one of the big players over there and a starter in the World Cup. New Zealand
Yeah.
versus श्रीलंका में कौन जीतेगा भाई? अभी श्रीलंका ऑन टॉप,
Man.
विकेट भी उखड़ गई, लेकिन अभी विलियमसन है, देखेंगे फंसा हुआ मैच है. मैं सोच रहा हूँ 60-40 in Sri Lanka's favor, but New Zealand can still chase this. Remember, fifth inning, the fifth day is not as difficult, but
A little flatter.
let's see what happens. It's not getting that flat though. देखेंगे क्या होने वाला है. KS Bharat keeping
KS
issue. It was a tough catch. I felt like उसको जो पैड को लगा था. Yeah, in the beginning I'm like यार वो क्या catch छोड़ दिया. But when I saw the replay, yeah, maybe his glove positioning could have been better. You could say the anticipation, but it went really quick, man. It deflected off his leg, so I don't know if it was that.
Keeping issue देखो, अंशुल भाई, like even ईशान किशन का भी keeping issue है, right? So we have to consider, अगर आप किशन और केएस भरत को एक प्लेट में रख रहे या एक उसमें रख रहे, तो ईशान किशन भी बहुत गलतियां करा, and he didn't have like the issue what केएस भरत is having. केएस भरत के पास या तो बहुत जल्दी आ रहा है बॉल, या बहुत लो आ रहा है बॉल, या बहुत ही दूर से आ रहा है बॉल. So I think केएस भरत जो भी amount of wicket keeping kara in comparison to Ishan Kishan, he's a little bit better for me. Batting wise, Ishan Kishan had a double hundred, but Ishan Kishan post that double hundred has not done anything. KS Bharat is still learning, and I think as a test keeper, he's still better than Ishan Kishan. Maybe like आपका अलग opinion होगा, but that's what I feel. And ये catch तो, but yes, the session one में जो catch मिला था, that should have been taken, like
वो पहले दिन पे, हाँ, वो that should have been. He made
But
a
apart
mistake.
from that, I think when you compare Ishan Kishan and KS Bharat, I think right now Ishan Kishan, like maybe in terms of batting is better, but in terms of keeping, I think KS Bharat better है. And I think वही situation के हिसाब से KS Bharat की जरूरत ज्यादा है यहाँ पे. ईशान किशन होता ज्यादा रन लीक हो सकते थे बैक पे, you don't know like रैंक टर्नर में कैसा उन्हें जज करेगा, कैसा असेस करेगा बाउंस, तो वो एक डिफरेंशियल फैक्टर है शायद मेरे लिए.
Yeah, Mitchell bowling short ball tactic was good by Matthews, and Chandimal were equally good at seeing the spell off. Yeah, and Faz called it Angelo Matthews with a sensational 100. This guy is still playing. I've been watching him play for a long time right now, and he's showing his class. The experience counts, and this is what it is, right? Like when you do back your experienced players, they played in these conditions before, and you can count on them in big matches. And this is a massive series for Sri Lanka. The position that they're in right now, not many people expected. आप like हमारे खुद के comments में देख लो, हम लोग भी उतना नहीं ठीक है बोल रहे थे कि like don't count Sri Lanka out, लेकिन the way they played, I don't think many people expected that. And the situation that they're in a really good, it's in their hands now. If India don't win tomorrow, it's in Sri Lanka's hands. If they can win this match and the next game, then they're into the World WTC final. Then like Harsha Bhogle said, they deserve it. You can't do anything about it then.
No, and I think definitely like Matthews, credit to him, he's been playing for some time again, he's come back. It's not that easy in New Zealand conditions, थोड़ा बहुत bounce, but भाई जिस तरीके से उन्हें pressure soak in करके खेला, and then we spoke about Dhananjay, Chandimal, these are the guys who have to step up, and they stepped up at the right time, right? So it's like Sri Lanka are showing signs that they want to get to the WTC final. They are showing hunger. वो बहुत important है as a team. अगर आप hunger बता रहे तो overall mentality team की change हो जाती. And that is where I feel like India lacked in this test match. I think that hunger and desire, it didn't look like they would. I mean, yes, it was a dry pitch. Yes, so you can't do much about it. But I just felt like everyone is mentally exhausted in this. Like let it be the bowlers, let it be the batsmen, let it be the viewers. ये test match पूरों को after a three test match which was juicy and like everybody was glued, like now everybody is just like exhausted. Obviously Kohli की century is a highlight, but पूरे थक गए भाई ये देख के.
कहीं श्रीलंका हमारा WTC फाइनल खेलने का सपना ना तोड़े।
पॉसिबल है भाई, पॉसिबल है अगर श्रीलंका ये जीती एंड नेक्स्ट वाली में और जबरदस्त करारी प्रिपरेशन करके आई, यू नेवर नो मैन, एनीथिंग इज
और
पॉसिबल।
उसमें एक और चीज है, अगर ये जीत के नेक्स्ट टेस्ट मैच में वैगनर अवेलेबल नहीं है, जो
या
कमबैक कराया था न्यूजीलैंड का अगेंस्ट इंग्लैंड, तो लाइक न्यूजीलैंड की बॉलिंग अटैक और कमजोर होने वाली है। दैट गिव्स श्रीलंका एन एडवांटेज एंड दे विल बी वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट, स्पेशली अगर कल जीत गए श्रीलंका तो फिर बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट रहेंगे दैट दे कैन विन दैट सेकंड टेस्ट एज वेल। अगेन इट वोंट बी दैट इजी, बट you're in this situation now that it's not in your, if it's not in your hands then कुछ भी हो सकता है भाई। One thing is that the viewership will go skyrocketing for that test match. But apart from that, yeah, like it's gonna be.
I'll be up at 3:30 man if that happens. Like if they win the first one, I think I'll watch the first test, second
इंडिया
test.
की दिक्कत हो गई वर्ल्ड कप में, किसको ले मतलब
Like
किस
selection wise
bowling
because Bumrah and like I think batting के हिसाब से तो I think sorted है थोड़ा
किसको ले,
बहुत.
अक्षर या जडेजा।
अच्छा.
हाँ लाइक अब दिक्कत शायद हो सकता है दोनों को भी खिला सकते हैं कभी कभी, लाइक डिपेंडिंग ऑन द पिच बिकॉज सब कॉन्टिनेंट में है। बट इट्स अ गुड इट्स अ गुड प्रॉब्लम टू हैव बिकॉज अब देखो लाइक फिटनेस के भी इश्यूज हो रहे हैं, आईपीएल भी पूरा कवर करना है। उसके बाद पता नहीं जडेजा फिट रहेगा, अक्सर फिट रहेगा, एटलीस्ट यू हैव दोस टू ऑप्शंस। वो दिक्कत मैं ले लूंगा, इट्स बेटर देन नॉट हैविंग अ प्लेयर। फॉर एग्जांपल बुमराह का ज्यादा दिक्कत है भाई, उसको कौन रिप्लेस करेगा? ठीक है आपके पास है शमी सिराज, यू हैव टाइम टू try to, but you'll never be able to complete that void। तो इस हिसाब से अगर आपके पास ज्यादा ऑप्शन है बेटर है। उसके बाद आप लाइक क्या करें, इट्स ओके, लाइक then it's a 50-50 call, that's better than having no option
No
at all।
problem.
Sati planning on backing Babar as T20 captain, appointing Shaheen or Shadab,
Sacking.
sacking Babar, not backing, sorry, as T20 captain and appointing Shaheen or Shadab. Seti regime are planning to get rid of players from Misbah era still in team in next few months. I'm not surprised, man. Like as soon as he was
Because Sethi
appointed,
is still behind that 2017 Champions Trophy win. I think that's what he still wants, right? Like Sarfaraz and that campaign and that Pakistani team that won, right? So I think on a war thing. And speaking of like, unavailable, Babar Azam didn't play and they won. Peshawar won against Islamabad
yeah.
United.
Babar
Cadmo was captain.
got injured right after
Illness.
that, didn't
He got an
he? Yeah.
illness. He got some illness and
उन्हें
he was
नहीं बैठ,
sidelined.
उन्हें फील्डिंग ही नहीं करा लास्ट गेम में when जब 240 चेस करे थे।
There were 6 changes apparently. Umar Zadai and like
They're already
Babar Azam.
qualified।
Now
They're
they
already
qualified today. Today they qualified.
No, they qualified yesterday because Quetta lost.
अच्छा
They
हाँ
qualified.
क्वेटा
Yeah,
लास्ट
that's why they
मैं
made those changes। Yeah, that's why they made it। न्यूजीलैंड ने बहुत दुख दिया। एक तो खुशी देते, बिल्कुल सही है। हम लोग ये भी बात कर रहे थे, न्यूजीलैंड बहुत ज्यादा इंडिया को दुख दिए, लाइक आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट्स में या वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप फाइनल ले लो, तो यहाँ पे अगर न्यूजीलैंड हार गई तो फिर मतलब दिस इज जस्ट अ बोगी टीम फॉर इंडिया। कुछ भी आप करो, लाइक न्यूजीलैंड इज ऑलवेज गोइंग टू कॉज यू पेन। तो होपफुली दे विन अ गेम और एटलीस्ट ड्रॉ अ गेम। अभी भी देखो, दैट्स ब्यूटीफुली पॉइंट। आई थिंक वो टेस्ट मैच मेरे को ज्यादा एंटरटेनिंग दिख रहा। मैं कल भी पहला सेशन देखा न्यूजीलैंड श्रीलंका का, और द वे श्रीलंका नेगोशिएटेड दैट फर्स्ट सेशन, आई रियली एंजॉयड दैट। एंजेलो मैथ्यूज बैटेड ब्यूटीफुली एंड नाउ द गेम इज ऑन। नाउ श्रीलंका कैन पुट प्रेशर ऑन न्यूजीलैंड। न्यूजीलैंड स्टिल हैव अ वेरी गुड बैटिंग लाइनअप, तो देखेंगे क्या होता है। बाबर हैज 104 degrees fever last match, that's why he didn't feel। Why the hell did he bat? He scored like 80 of like 30-40 or something like that, right? I don't know why he batted if he had 104 degrees। पीएसएल में तो हो रहा है ये ओडीआई, इतने रन कैसा बन रहे हैं, 250 भाई। टेक मी टू पिंडी मैन, दैट्स मेरा लाइफ चेंज हो गया देख के पीएसएल ये साल। मैं कभी नहीं देखा 260 ऐसा 20 ओवर्स कंसिस्टेंटली 260 मारे, वो चेस भी हो सकने। क्वेटा 250 कुछ बनाए थे, तो लाइक इनक्रेडिबल मैन। आई नो स्मॉल
Yeah.
ग्राउंड है, फ्लैट पिच है, मगर फिर भी आई एम एंजॉयिंग इट। मैं हर बॉल
It's
छक्का।
like I'm watching मैं टेप बॉल क्रिकेट जो अपन गलियों में खेलते हैं, रबर बॉल क्रिकेट जो खेलते हैं, वैसा क्रिकेट है यहाँ पे। एंड आई मीन उस्मान खान भी कल 120 मारा है और 43 बॉल्स का, एंड नेक्स्ट लेवल बैटिंग है।
He
रिजवान
hit a
भी
reverse to
55।
get to his century। That was crazy, and it was nice to see। क्या नाम है उसका, राइली रूसो getting very happy because उसका रिकॉर्ड तोड़ा था, but then in the same team, तो he got very happy जब उसका fastest 100 रिकॉर्ड टूटा। लेकिन हाँ, लाइक स्टिक क्रिकेट चल रहा वहां पे, मजा आ रहा मेरे को, कुछ अलग
चाचू
है।
चाचू मारे यार 53 कुछ 31 से 4 छक्के मार दिए उन्होंने आके सीधा। लाइक उन्होंने तो रुकने का नाम ही नहीं ले रहे उन्होंने तो। लाइक
हाँ।
बांग्लादेश में भी मौत डाले चाचू। सो आई डोंट नो मैन व्हाट्स मजा तो आ रहा, लाइक खाली इतने रन देखने को भी मजा आ रहा है। एंटरटेनमेंट फैक्टर ज्यादा है rather than anything, but yeah, will it help them in the T20 actually when the ground get bigger? I don't think so, but like they are clearing it by miles, so that's also one thing.
आपके लिए सा कमेंट है।
भाई श्रेयस ने बेड पे क्या किया कल, कमर ही टूट, क्या है कि गलत करवट पे सो गया शायद। तो या आई थिंक वो श्रेयस का अय्यर कुछ, श्रेयस अय्यर को पूछेंगे अपन को।
Yesterday, world record
Yesterday was
515 runs and 20 and 33 sixes in the match. It was incredible scenes. ऑस्ट्रेलिया माइंड गेम बहुत खेलते हैं, 10 ओवर कम कर लिए फील्डिंग बात करके। हाँ, मतलब आप अगर आप देखो कुमिन जब भी बैटिंग कर रहा था वहाँ पे भी उन्होंने थोड़ा टाइम वेस्ट कर रहा था, ग्लव्स वव्स चेंज कर रहा था, लेग स्टंप का गार्ड ने 3-4 वक्त ले लिया था इन दोस 5 ओवर्स व्हेन दे वर बैटिंग। सो ऑस्ट्रेलिया बहुत एक्सपीरियंस टीम है, इस हिसाब दे नो एग्जैक्टली सिचुएशन से खेलते हैं उन लोग, उनको पता है कि भाई कितना टाइम जा रहा है, कितना टाइम है
hmm,
बाकी दिन में, एंड उस हिसाब से उन लोग दे स्लो थिंग्स डाउन। इवन yesterday you saw Steve Smith's captaincy in that second session, he did slow down that run rate. Yesterday boundaries in PSL were 55 to 75. Yeah, but they're targeting that 55, right? You touch it, it's flying. It's flying out of the thing. Yeah, but we need to watch a game in Pindi, man. Like it's incredible.
take me
Racing,
to Pindi, take me
it's,
to Pindi.
it's incredible, man. I
But
love it.
speaking of Pindi, पिंडे में तो मिला दिए बांग्लादेश इंग्लैंड को। Hi, England have lost
Mehdi
2-0
Hassan
in it.
at the wheel.
Mehdi
Mehdi
Hassan at
Hassan,
the
bade
wheel and
spell back. Four wickets.
Najmal Shanto at the wheel as well. Shanto's killing
Bangladesh
it.
is a tough place to tour, and England are finding that out. I think incredible victory for Bangladesh. They've sealed the series now, right? 2-0.
Yeah, they won it.
Yeah, so yeah, very good performance from Mehdi Hassan. They got out for like 117 and then chased it down as well. And yeah, like I think for England it's been a tough tour. They won the one day series, but उसमें भी like एक दो matches उन्हें मलान
Because
निकाला, नहीं
yeah,
तो मुश्किल हो जाता था वहाँ पे भी.
yeah.
So very good performance from Bangladesh. And अगर वहाँ पे World Cup के matches रख दिए तो I think they could have reached the semi-finals. Bangladesh, the way they stack up. But still, I think in India they'll fancy their chances the way they're playing. I know this was a T20 game, but overall they have a good mix of youngsters and experienced players. Tamim Iqbal, like him coming back, that will help them, of course. And Saqib is there. Then the like Mehdi Hassan is like he's been sensational this year with both bat and ball.
Yeah, it's just like certain players have to, like I keep saying, Litin Das, Mushfiqur Rahim, these guys have to step up and they have enough time. Like Ireland के साथ अब I think 4 दिन में उनका next tour है. Bangladesh, Ireland, yeah, Bangladesh is going to Ireland, I think, and then they're not going to. I think majority of them are not playing the IPL except like probably Shakibul Hassan. So उन लोग को chance है
No,
like to make.
Ireland is coming to Bangladesh, and then Bangladesh will
Ireland's
go
coming
again.
to Bangladesh. So Shakib Kala, no one's going to play the IPL, so they have enough amount of time to come and practice for the World Cup T20, right? Like they and more or less similar conditions which are India and Bangladesh के. थोड़ा बहुत 19-20 बोल दो आप, but yeah, I think Bangladesh have a good chance, and they could also be a very good team going into that World Cup. I feel like 50 overs, but they just need a few of their top orders to fire, and then they'll be very, very dangerous.
Yeah. Remember saying PSL playoffs qualifier one is Lahore Qalandars versus Multan Sultans, and eliminators Islamabad versus Zalmi. I'm backing on. I don't know why,
Qalandars.
but I just feel no. I think Qalandars are the best team, but I'm backing Multan to make it to the final first, and then from there Islamabad will come in, and I think Islamabad will beat Lahore, and then it'll be Islamabad versus Multan final. But I think what people want is a Lahore versus Peshawar final. Shaheen versus Babar face off. जो भी जीता पाकिस्तान की कप्तानी ले लो. So that's I think what people will probably want. It's going to be very difficult to beat Lahore Qalandars, but this is just the final. I'd like to say I really like the way Islamabad have been playing this season, and Multan as well. Like they're bowling the likes of Ahsanullah, Abbas Afridi. We didn't know about these guys. They came in and they've really done so well. I think Abbas Afridi is
Multan.
the leading wicket taker. He took a 5-wicket haul in the last or second last game. Overall, I think they've been good. Their batting has been really good. There's known players over there, but bowling wise, I think they've really impressed me with unknown players. Whereas Lahore, their team is stacked, man, from batting to bowling, and they've done a really good job. You can have a stacked team, but you still have to perform. Mumbai Cape Town have showed us that. So, I think Shaheen Afridi has led them well. He's rotated himself well. He's handled the bowlers well as well. Rashid Khan has been outstanding in a place where the par score is 230, 250. He's taking figures 4 for 20, 4 for 22 on flat pitches. Even Pindi took 4 wickets, I think. So yeah, it's been incredible from Lahore. It's going to be very difficult to beat them. They are favorites. So let's see what happens. What are you thinking prediction wise for the finals?
I think it's going to be Lahore will beat Multan. I think Multan will go to the eliminator and play Salmi. It's going to be Rizwan versus Babar, dost to dost, and I think I think Multan will come back to the final. So
You
it'll be
don't think
Lahore and
Peshawar
Mumbai.
will come in, huh?
I don't feel because Peshawar have scored. I've lost two games back to back with 240 का total, so I'm not getting any confidence on them. दो 240 मार के भी हारे तो फिर भाई next level क्या होने वाला है.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया जीतने के लिए जा रहा है, अगर ड्रॉ भी हुआ तो सीरीज जब भी गई जीतने का ही सोच ले लेते. या देखो उन लोग तो जीतना चाहेंगे, वो मुश्किल है भाई. अब लाइक विराट कोहली डेड कर दिया है गेम को. दे डोंट हैव लाइक उन लोगों को मारना है, फिर इंडिया को फिर बैटिंग देना है, 2 सेशन में ऑल आउट करना है या 1 सेशन में ऑल आउट करना मुश्किल है. आई डोंट थिंक देयर इन दैट पोजीशन टू
भाई
गो फ्रॉम.
आज के बाद तो वो लोग तो पूरे पहले जाके थक के सोएंगे भाई. नेथन लायन 65-70 ओवर्स डाला. लाइक भाई मजाक नहीं, आप जीत का सोच भी नहीं सकते. लाइक आप 480 बना के आप हट गया, वो लोग खींच के यहाँ तक लाए. विराट कोहली तो बाउंड्री भी नहीं मारा, तो सोचो वो लोग तो सिंगल्स निकाल रहा था विराट कोहली. एंड लाइक इट्स मोर एग्जॉस्टिंग टू वॉच दैट एज वेल, राइट? लाइक and field placements करो,
That's
ये करो, वो
exactly what I wanted to see. Well, he gave me the innings that I wanted to see. A big 100, stay there till the end and make Australia tired. That अगर उन्हें नहीं करता, अगर उन्हें आउट हो जाता था, 100 मार के भी अगर आउट हो जाता था, then मुश्किल हो जाती थी. So that's exactly he played the innings that I wanted. आज MI versus यूपी में कौन जीतेगा?
यूपी हार जाएंगी. यूपी हार जाएंगी.
मैं यूपी को जिताऊंगा आज. आई थिंक यूपी विल
आप जिताओगे, लेकिन एमआई हारेगी नहीं भाई. एमआई इज टू स्ट्रांग. गज्जू भाई, लाइक एमआई इज नेक्स्ट लेवल मैन.
Alisa is going to get her run out today.
आरसीबी तो हो गया. आई थिंक आरसीबी इज डेड. एंड लाइक
हमारी टीम रॉयल चैलेंजर्स. सरफराज खान इज द आजम खान ऑफ आईपीएल, बट उसको चांस नहीं मिल रहा है. सरफराज हमारा मतलब इंडिया का जो सरफराज बोल रहे हैं आप?
या वेट वाइज.
But Sarfaraz has not performed in the IPL consistently. I think he had one really good in 2014-15. 2014-15, जब विराट कोहली को लिया था, याद है? I think he had one good season. Apart from that, he's not been as consistent. I could be mistaken, but yeah, he's been amazing. The Ranji Trophy, उसको Ranji Trophy में जबरदस्त बैक टू बैक 100s ये वो उन्हें वहां पे तो फोड़ डाल रहा है. उसको चांस नहीं मिल रहा है टेस्ट टीम में. आईपीएल में इन्हें तो बहुत खतरनाक कर दे रहा है भाई आजम खान. he's doing bits right now, and the fact that he he's improved on last year he also had a very good PSL. लेकिन वो फास्ट बॉलिंग का थोड़ा इशू था उसको. अभी वो भी इशू नहीं. उन्हें नसीम शाह को भी पटक के दे रहा है. जो भी फास्ट बुला रहा है उसको he's depositing it out of the ground. And again his test will be on the international stage. Everyone will say उसको लेके आओ. But in the international stage, you have to play Jofra Archer, you have to play Mitchell Starc. These guys, it's a different kettle of fish. So yeah, they should get him in, but don't expect him to go bang bang.
I would say bring him in slowly. Start with his forte at T20. At T20 में आप start कराओ उसको, because BPL, PSL खेलते ये साल निकाला है last year से. अगर आप देखो तो I think उसको आप T20 से start कराओ. And then bring him in if he's good enough. Then bring him into the ODIs and then bring him to the test. I don't think Azam Khan. I've not seen him play a lot of tests, or like I don't know his first class cricket record, but वैसे लाना पड़ेगा I think according to his strengths, and then hello develop him into like a proper cricketer.
लगता है
interesting. अच्छा I'll ask you later. हाँ.
लगता है आरसीबी इस साल एक मैच भी नहीं जीत पाएगी.
या मुश्किल तो दिख रहा भाई.
इंग्लैंड के साथ ही क्यों होता हुआ. इंग्लैंड 160 ओवर्स न्यूजीलैंड मैच में किया, यहाँ ऑस्ट्रेलिया 172 ओवर्स.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया इंग्लैंड के साथ ही क्यों होता है. वहाँ इंग्लैंड 160 ओवर्स न्यूजीलैंड मैच किया. यहाँ अच्छा द टेस्ट वाइज इज सेइंग इंग्लैंड न्यूजीलैंड जब टेस्ट क्या था, राइट?
हाँ 160 ओवर्स न्यूजीलैंड मैच में क्या था. अच्छा लाइक दे वर इन द फील्ड फॉर दैट लॉन्ग. पता नहीं सर. लेकिन वही है देखो, लाइक पहले इनिंग के बाद सब जज कर रहे थे रोहित शर्मा की कैप्टनसी, इंडिया की बॉलिंग, ये वो. मैं भी मतलब क्रिटिकल था. इंडिया शुड हैव गॉट देम ऑल आउट फॉर 400 आई फील. लेकिन अभी देखो स्मिथ की भी कप्तानी इतनी तारीफ हो रही थी, आज कुछ कर नहीं सका. दैट्स आल्सो टू डू विद द पिच. इट्स नॉट जस्ट टू डू विद द कैप्टनसी. सो इट्स अ मिक्सचर ऑफ एवरीथिंग. यू कांट जस्ट एक बंदे पे नहीं चढ़ सकते. यू हैव टू लुक एट द होल टीम. यू हैव टू लुक एट द सिचुएशन, मैच कंडीशंस. और इट्स अ वेरी गुड ट्रैक टू बैट ऑन. एंड व्हेन यू हैव अ वर्ल्ड क्लास प्लेयर लाइक विराट कोहली, इट्स ऑलवेज गोइंग टू बी डिफिकल्ट. बीसी का मिडिल ऑर्डर अभी सही हो जाएगा अक्सर ये बैटिंग देख के. हाँ बिल्कुल. द ओनली थिंग विद दिल्ली कैपिटल्स, दे आर मिसिंग देयर कैप्टन एंड द स्टार विकेट कीपर बैटर. नहीं तो लाइक आई थिंक आई वुड हैव हैड देम इन माय प्लेऑफ्स टीम. आई थिंक दैट्स स्टिल अ वेरी बिग ब्लो. ऋषभ पंत, आप बोल सकते हैं कि ऋषभ पंत की T20 बैटिंग वो लेवल पे नहीं है जैसा उसका टेस्ट बैटिंग है. फिर भी उसका जो कैलिबर है, स्टेटस है एंड एवरीथिंग, आई स्टिल फील दैट ही इज गोइंग टू बी अ ह्यूज लॉस. Do you think SRH will take a risk and play Uprinder Singh Yadav as wicketkeeper to have more flexibility in their overseas picks from the 11? I think that's a very good question. They might take that risk later on, but initially, I think they'll go with
Glenn Phillips.
Glenn Phillips. That's just the gut feeling I have. But this is a definitely an option that they will might have to consider. They might be forced their hand because you're going to
They
have
even have Clancy also right as the wicket keeping
the
option.
problem is, I'll tell you what it is. Your four overseas, when we looked at the thing, you have so many options. So there is Markram.
Akhil
Okay,
Hussain.
and Markram was not in the top four in many Sunrisers fans. I asked a lot of people, और उन लोग Markram को नहीं रखे थे top four. अब तो उन्हें कप्तान बन गया, तो he's one confirmed. फिर आपके पास दूसरा Harry Brook, उसको तो नहीं drop करेंगे, ठीक है? ये two हो गया आपके पास. Now you have to choose between Marco Jansen, you have to choose between Adil Rashid, Glenn Phillips, Henrik Klaasen, and
Akhil Hussain.
sorry.
Akhil Hussain.
Akil Hussain, and yeah, these guys. So then who do you choose? That's going to be the
Fazal Haq Farooqi भी है. Fazal Haq Farooqi भी है.
look, initially I was thinking Marco Jansen, Markram, Harry Brook, and the fourth one was Glenn Phillips. But then what's his name? Then Adil Rashid doesn't play. So yeah, it's a tough one. They'll have to decide what to do. Again, they might play horses for courses. The good thing, they have options. So when they go to Mohali or they go to somewhere where or KKR in Kolkata, is a good seeming track. That's where you might play Jansen. In Hyderabad, they might go with the extra spinner. You might see Adil Rashid over there.
Adil Rashid.
Rashid Khan do very well in the Rajiv Gandhi, so you might want to go with Adil Rashid as your leg spinner. Plenty of options to consider, but it is kind of an headache. The impact player, the problem is I don't think the foreign player can be an impact player. If that was the case, then I wouldn't have worried at all. But that's the issue. So that even with that impact thing, now the Indian player can be an impact player. So you might well see Uprinder Singh Yadav. You might well see him in the IPL. It's early days right now. But yeah, we'll have the let's do our predicted 11s and everything after the test match, closer to the IPL. Maybe in a week or so, we'll have our predicted 11s and we'll go through everything, and it'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait for the IPL. But from Australia's point of view, Fez, you think right now is just playing for a draw, trying to bat out the sessions, and maybe
nothing much you can do. There's nothing much you can do if you come with the temperament of winning, Mustafa. अगर अपन जीतने की नियत से आए ऑस्ट्रेलिया, it might backfire against them. जल्दी हड़ाहुड़ी में मारने का 91. You lose 2-3 wickets and then you're under pressure, right? So rather than that, just play it out, accept your loss. You lost, khatam karo. And you're already in the WTC final, right? So I think you won't need to do much unless you're going against your thing and becoming a little bit arrogant and trying to 88 मार के मैं 200-300 का target दे के मैं try करूंगा. That also might backfire अगर आप batting कब देते, एक session भी दिया आप 200-300 का भी target दिया, you don't know. I mean, high session bhi diye, so I don't
the thing is, what I'm thinking is that if they lose 2-1 or 3-1, what difference does it make? So just go for it.
Exactly. It doesn't make, but again, it's just Australia and how they are, right? As a team, they don't like losing, and I think their mentality is more set towards that. If it was England, they would have just gone all guns blazing and आज ही चुनना 6 ओवर में 100 मारने चले आते थे. But Australia is a little bit more different. Australia is a bit more different in that aspect. I think वो हिसाब से they'll just play it out, man. They just say कि खत्म करो अब क्या कर सकते. So yeah, probably that's what it is.
अब क्या आगे भी ऐसी पिच चाहिए इंडिया टेस्ट वही
आप बोलो ये आप ना बोलना because मुस्तफा का तो मेरे को मालूम है रैंक टर्नर है, but आप लोगों को कैसी पिच प्रेफरेंस है? Did you like what you saw in the first 3 tests या आपको last test की pitch better?
They overcompensated. I think they wanted to see the pitch break.
Do you think it will get a demerit? Demerit मिलेगा इसको?
I don't know, man. तो कल मालूम होगा. अगर ऑस्ट्रेलिया पूरी दिन बैटिंग करे तो फिर चांस है. अगर ऑस्ट्रेलिया ऑल आउट हो गई और इंडिया को चांस मिलता है जीतने के लिए, अगर रिजल्ट आ गया इसमें तो फिर नहीं मिलती है. अगर पूरा दिन ऑस्ट्रेलिया बैटिंग करे, अगर ड्रॉ भी हुआ मगर लास्ट ओवर तक चले गया, मे बी 1 wicket remaining, something like that, or like
that's why Karachi didn't get demerit. That's why Karachi didn't get demerit.
Yeah, because it went till the end, right? So it depends on the result. I think the impact player rule is being used in the Legends League. Yes, the Legends League. What did you see that? I missed yesterday's game. Could you update me on that match?
मैं खुद नहीं देखा because I was watching फुटबॉल चल रहा था कल, तो वो फुटबॉल के उसमें अपन ये देखे नहीं, but yeah, I mean,
World Giants won by 2 runs, bro.
Yeah, Gambhir's team versus Finch's team.
Yeah. So India Maharajas, they lost by how many runs? They lost by 2 runs, bro.
Bhaji took 4 wickets.
Bhaji, that ball he bowled to Chris Gayle. I saw that. I saw that part. I didn't see the end of the game, but I saw that part. That was an incredible delivery. कुरमन गुस्सा कर रहा होगा इतना ओवर फील्डिंग करके बाद ओपन भेज दिए. मगर देखो आप जब नए प्लेयर होते हैं टीम में आपको जो भी मौका मिलता है यू रेडी टू डू इट लाइक ठीक है लाइक आई नो दैट थका हुआ होगा बेचारा इतना बॉलिंग करा फील्ड में था फिर आके ओपनिंग करो एज अ नाइट वॉचमैन इट लुक्स अनफेयर फ्रॉम द आउटसाइड बट एज अ cricketer you want every single thing especially a young cricketer or like who's just making his debut in the series then you want to be in the heat of the moment and be like
And I think also, I mean, not that I mean, it doesn't justify it probably completely, but ख्वाजा I think injury भी हो गया था थोड़ा, उसका ankle वो छिक्का रोकने के चक्कर में जो गिर गया था. तो
yeah
I think
because
वो हिसाब
Labuschagne
से
was carried up to come in next so I
so I
don't think
think
Khwaja's gonna come into bat. लेकिन नाइट वॉचमैन का यही रहता कि थोड़ा अनफेयर दिखता but that's what it's there for to protect your batting. He did his job.
कल कोने में अगर सेंचुरी मार दिया
हाँ तो फिर डीमेरिट मिल जाता but I think yeah he'll be happy with his work. He'll be proud of himself कि he did his job and made sure कि भाई विकेट नहीं गई and नॉट आउट है वो. अब कल देखेंगे क्या होता है. इवन तो बच गया था हमने 2-3 वक्त क्लोज कॉल्स. अश्विन
but
almost
yeah
had it.
overall like I would still say ऐसे पिच मत बनाओ यार, ये बहुत ज्यादा फ्लैट है यार. This is next level like rough.
Yeah like मेरे को तो पहले से मालूम था ऐसी होगा like either and the
But
thing
you
is
still expect के भाई
yeah
second
but first I'll
fourth
tell you
day
something if it broke right if it broke India would have lost this test match
yeah
because
that's true.
you're batting second.
Yeah.
Your batting second becomes very difficult. Like if it starts breaking on day 3, then you won't be able to. You'll start struggling. You lose wickets, and whoever bats first has the advantage. So even then, if the wicket does break, it favors the batting side. So what is the fun in that? Make it a
Makes sense.
shootout, man. Make it a shootout. Kohli ने reverse sweep मारा
Yeah,
आज.
reverse
Yeah,
so
and
bad.
everyone started chanting RCB. 3 weeks to go. Virat Kohli feeling the momentum. Every time, Faiz, every season in the IPL,
He does
एक
before
thought
the
रहता
IPL.
सबका थॉट रहता कि भाई आरसीबी इट माइट बी आरसीबी's ईयर मगर कभी होता नहीं है वैसा. इट ऑलवेज हैपेंस दिस साला कप नाम दे एवरी सिंगल सीजन. मेरे थॉट में तो आता शायद आरसीबी जीत जाएंगी ये साल मगर कुछ ना कुछ होता.
Yeah, I mean, देखो भाई, it's just the brand power of branding, right? And the players that they have in their arsenal. So I think उस हिसाब से आपके mindset में बनता कि भाई RCB at any point of time, when they win, you will not feel कि अरे भाई they didn't deserve to win. I think you will say like because you have Virat Kohli, you had like back in the day भी अगर आप AB de Villiers से आप जीतते थे, अभी क्या है अब अगर जाके अगर अभी भी जीते तो you'll be like अरे यार मार्क वुड है, इन्हें है, उन्हें है, टीम तो अच्छी है, जीतने के लायक तो थे ना. It's just something about that brand. I think it just always makes you hesitant about them as well. Like they have their, solid players in the mix. So I think what is the but Virat Kohli always finds form before the IPL. अब देखना पड़ेगा if it continues throughout the IPL, right? Remember that IPL that he scored consistently hundreds मार रहा था, सब मार रहा था.
I remember that
2016.
IPL very clearly.
2016, indeed. So I think, yeah, it was something else.
Impact rule helped Maharaj yesterday. Oja bowled 2 overs for 42 runs. Then they used impact player rule and brought Tambe in his place and he bowled 4 overs for 217. Bhai, ऐसा भी use हो रहा है. I thought it will be used for like bowler batsman swap, but it's being used like this, like where कोई पिट गया तो एक और दूसरा बॉलर को लेके आ जाओ. So maybe you'll see in the IPL that first innings हो जाओ. You might not use the impact player and everything, and then you might swap a bowler for a bowler if one of your bowlers is getting hit. That's interesting. I didn't think it'd be like that. IPL में बाकी टीम आरसीबी को बोलती है कब सालाना. या देखो अब मैं तो शॉक्ड हूँ भाई अभी तक उन लोग ट्रॉफी नहीं जीते. I always feel
Yeah,
कि
100%.
चांस तो रहता है उनका.
राजस्थान जीती यार, वो राजस्थान में शेन
Last
वॉर्न
year
था, बुड्ढे थे पूरे.
लास्ट ईयर बेस्ट चांस था मेरे हिसाब से. दे मेड इट टू द प्लेऑफ्स आई थिंक. I'll tell you why best chance था. मुंबई बेकार थी, चेन्नई बेकार थी, and this is their kryptonite. आके भाई गुजरात जीत के वहां पे कोई बैलेंस नहीं, कुछ नहीं. हार्दिक पांड्या आके जिता दिया वहां पे. लाइक टिवाटिया छक्के, राशिद खान कुछ ना कुछ कर दे रहा. There wasn't that much balance in that team and they won. So that's like a kick to the face, man.
Can't wait,
GT
man.
भी जीत गई, आरसीबी नहीं जीती. आरसीबी के फैन भी क्या सोचते, मैं यही बोल रहा हूँ. एग्जैक्टली मैं सहमत हूँ. आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड कि लाइक that's what I feel now, bro. Mumbai is going to come strong. I know Bumrah is not there, मगर अगर आर्चर खेल रहा, आप उनकी बैटिंग लाइनअप भी देखो. they're more experienced. क्या नाम है, टिम डेविड, he's played now in Indian conditions. Devil Brevis has had one full season. But they have that guy Stubbs. He's also had a full season,
Clubs.
and they've played in
Ishan
India now
Kishan.
1 year. Now they're
Ishan
coming back for
Kishan.
the second year. Ishan Kishan to is there, 15 million. 15 crore, and so Surya Kumar, the best batter in the world right now, probably in T20s. So they will come stronger. Chennai have Dhoni and Stokes. Dhoni potentially as last year, so they will be strong as well. They'll be ready to go. Punjab is strengthened with Sam Curran in the team, and they're already a very good
Got
team.
Silko Raza baby in the wings.
Yeah. Sunrise is developing a good young team. Again, I don't know if they'll come to the playoffs, but they have a good team. Like
I think
so,
they'll come in the finals, bro. Sunrisers is like
I mean, we want that,
natural.
but whether again the competition is tough, right? Like so, for RCB, is going to be the best time was also, of course,
We thrive under pressure, baby. We thrive under pressure. 5-5, only team to do it.
आरसीबी का सबसे बेस्ट चांस 2016 में था बिल्कुल सही है
भाई
वो
उन्हें
चांस
फुल फॉर्म में था भाई उन्हें रुकराइच नहीं था विराट कोहली उस सीजन में भाई एंड देन हु
मगर
डिड
उसमें भी मुंबई और चेन्नई उतना खास नहीं कर रहे थे राइट उसमें भी गुजरात लायंस थी जब सुरेश रैना की टीम एंड दूसरी टीम केकेआर थी तो उसमें भी जब भी मुंबई चेन्नई नहीं आते आरसीबी का चांस रहता मगर उन लोग मरवा देते अपनी दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम जब मुंबई और चेन्नई फॉर्म में रहते खत्म कोई नहीं रोक सकते पंजाब एंड डीसी हैवंट आल्सो वन what will their fans think? So I will tell you, I know a few fans in terms of
Ibrahim are you an RCB supporter?
Punjab and the DC. That's a very good point. But the thing is, they'll also be frustrated, no doubt. Like an RCB just has a bigger fan base because of the players that they have, and just you see in Bangalore, I just feel when you go there, like the fans that even worldwide, the amount of fans that they have, that's why there is more pressure. You're completely right. DC and Punjab have not won, but if you look at the teams on paper, you would
In
you would
terms
say
of
that
brand
RCB
value,
is
in terms of brand value in the teams that players that RCB bought, the only one of the best players that Punjab had was Chris Gale probably.
no,
उसके
Punjab
अलावा
had
like
a very good team. Have a very good team right now.
now I'm saying, but back in the day, if you look at the team, they always used to come last, right? They were consistent in that last
They
spot.
reached the final. I think they reached the semi-finals in the first IPL, and they reached the finals in 2014. जब बिस्ला आके मार दिया पंजाबी आके पंजाब को मार दिया उस वो भी अच्छी टीम थी मतलब मिचेल जॉनसन आई थिंक बेली वाज द कैप्टन वीरेंद्र सहवाग and these guys were in Punjab.
But
That
like in terms of what RCB have created is like this kind of a thing that they always have star players, right? It's like क्या बोल सकते हैं a Real Madrid of IPL, right? Like they have all of these stars. Like you had Chris Gale, you had Jack Scalise, you had Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers. You have so many potentially amazing players, but you're not able to replicate that into a trophy. And yeah, that also like in a European night, just bolte hai Real Madrid thrive and आरसीबी हैव जस्ट नॉट थ्राइव तो मेरे हिसाब से आरसीबी शुड हैव अभी तक तो जीतना था हैदराबाद 2 जीत गई भाई हैदराबाद इज लाइक द मोस्ट प्रोबब्ली लाइक टीम व्हिच इज नेवर बैलेंस्ड देयर इज ऑलवेज सम होल इन दैट टीम
सब अच्छा मौका था 2016 सबसे अच्छा मौका था
900 रन्स मैन मजाक नहीं है भाई मजाक नहीं है वो ब्रेस्टवर्ड इज स्पिन ऑप्शन स्टबलन ऑप्शन या मैन 100% बेहतरीन है
स्टब्स कैन बी अ विकेट कीपर एज वेल अगर एलएसजी भी जीत गए आईपीएल तो आरसीबी को मगर देखो एक चीज है कि like you have to credit the Bangalore fan base that they come out in numbers again. You will see Chinnaswamy is going to be completely packed. There's going to be red and black flags everywhere. The atmosphere
I can't wait to go.
And that's probably the reason. The reason is because of this branding and everything. The way they have handled themselves off the field has given them this platform. Ki bhai, even if they're not winning, log aap piche aa rahe. And I kind of like that. I like that, like still backing your team, even whether you lose or win. That's what I like.
But that is Bangalore. But honestly, Mustafa, like I have a lot of Bangalore friends and passionate fans, like of not only IPL but also Bangalore Football Club. उनला भाई दे ट्रैवल अक्रॉस सिटीज एशियन फुटबॉल कप जो रहता अगर कहीं और कंट्री में है दे ट्रैवल दे लाइक दोस काइंड ऑफ फैंस एंड दे हैव वेरी लॉयल फॉर फैन बेस और लड़ लेते भाई पागलों के से लड़ लेते दे फाइट
you have to matlab support your team whether they win or lose you have to support them you can't switch and a lot of people do switch and I would try to recommend not to. Punjab had Gilchrist Sangakkara Maila Jarvardene Sean Marsh Brett Lee.
Yeah, they did actually.
But
they're all old भाई अगर आप comparison में कोहली AB de Villiers और कौन था Glenn Maxwell का like 2019 season man he bought it till the thing
19 नहीं था वो 14 था
नहीं यार, ग्लेन मैक्सवेल जो हमारा 14 में नहीं
हाँ
था।
दुबई में मारा था, फिर उसके बाद मिचेल जॉनसन, उन लोग फाइनल पहुंचे थे, वही तो था वो।
हाँ, तो वो था, ग्लेन मैक्सवेल था, और कौन था यार, आरसीबी के प्लेयर मेरे को याद नहीं आ रहे, बट all of these guys are old guard, man. These guys are not 2020 players, except Gilchrist maybe. And Marsh was incredible. The first season he got
No,
600 runs.
remember, I tell my Punjab friends that, like, I tell them, screw you, we have two championships and you have zero. They do have, I agree with you, they have star players and everything. It's just that they don't talk about it as much. It's because RCB is just a bigger brand, bigger team, more players.
Yeah,
Virat Kohli
and
is there. That's why it's
yeah,
talked about. I
head front
agree.
head, yeah.
Punjab is also should have won, man. They reached the knockout a couple times and they've always underperformed. Delhi Capitals, they've underperformed. They had the best bowling lineup, man. Rabada and Gidi. क्या की था उन लोगों के पास, not Ngidi, sorry, Rabada and Nokia was their opening bowling. So I agree. And that race a year, Rishabh Pant, what's his name, a few, Prithvi Shaw, a lot of players. So yeah, I agree. These two teams have underperformed as well. But RCB will always get more stick. It's just a matter of fact that, because the way they build themselves, because they have the biggest players in the tournament, because the best player in the country plays over there, they will always be criticized more and there'll be a eye there more. तो फाइनल में साहा ने सेंचुरी मारी थी। अच्छा 2014 में साहा मारा था या हाँ, मतलब पंजाब के लिए, एंड देन बिस्ला आके मारा, राइट, इन द चेस, इफ आई एम नॉट मिस्टेकन।
बिस्ला तो मारा था, आई रिमेंबर दैट।
बट हाँ गज्जू भाई, डिकॉक, विराट, वॉटसन, मकलम आरसीबी पे जब नहीं जीती, बताइयो ब्रो, बताइयो 619
डिकॉक, बुकायो, साका। He's telling Batayu, I think, Delhi language, I think, Batayu. Like,
क्या बताऊं पाजी, डिकॉक, विराट।
I think in a, not Bisla, bro, it was someone else.
मेरे को याद है बिस्ला मारा था पंजाब के अगेंस्ट, आई कैन बी रॉन्ग। हाँ केकेआर के लिए मारा था अगेंस्ट पंजाब, एंड केकेआर वन दैट 14 में। केकेआर वन आल्सो इन 12, I think they beat Chennai in 12.
एक मिनट, I'll pull it up.
भी कोई मारा था, I don't remember, but Saha might have hit for Punjab and they were chasing 190.
Saha hit 115. Manan Vora hit 67 for Punjab. And from KKR, Manish Pandey hit 94. So Yusuf Pathan at 36 and Gambhir at 23.
There's no Bisla there?
There's no Bisla.
Check the 2012.
2012?
You checked 2012 or 14?
14 था ये वाला तो।
मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ सीएसके होगा, अंशुल भाई भी वही बोल रहे हैं। Manish Pandey scored 94. Yeah, Bisla hit against Chennai Super Kings.
Yeah, यहाँ है Bisla, Chennai versus कोलकाता है।
Yeah.
69,
तो उसमें मनीष पांडे
कैलिस था उसमें, और मनिंदर बिस्ला hit 89 of 48.
Yeah, Bisla, मेरे को याद है बिस्ला का एक इनिंग थी, I got it wrong. It wasn't against Punjab, it was against Chennai Super Kings. Yeah, तो आप वैसा देखो तो, like, yes, Punjab also had good teams. Right now, the fact that they didn't make the playoffs in the last thing, that was kind of embarrassing. They should have. They had a very good team. Again, I expect them to make the playoffs, and they should be one of the favorites along with the other teams. I feel that Punjab, they should be doing better than LSG and Gujarat and all these guys. They have a very good team.
And Delhi has been in the mix, and Punjab have been in the mix.
And also Punjab again, a big problem. Look, you know how the discourse is. No one's going to say much about Virat Kohli, the leadership and everything. They just say that RCB is bad luck. But Punjab, everybody says कि ownership का problem है, ये problem है. But कुछ तो ठीक करना पड़ेगा, right? Like, because you have good teams, you buy well in the auction, you're talented players, you have such a big fan base. पूरा Brampton और Toronto आपको back कर रहा भाई. Like, वहाँ पे बैठ के सुबह 10 बजे उठ रहे लोग, और आपको back कर रहे हैं। अरे पंजाब खेल रही है, and आप
they actually do watch the matches like that.
Of course, man. Everybody सब काम कर रहे, कुछ भी रहने दो, IPL के टाइम पे सब मैच देख रहे साइड पे during work hours. Do you think IPL should adopt the BBL style where 5 teams qualify for the playoffs? No. I think IPL should adopt the previous IPL style where you have semi-finals and then finals. I know that, like, this is a very good system because it rewards the team who came top 2 and who did well and showed consistency. What I like to see, like, remember in 2019, 2009, when Delhi Daredevils topped the group, smashed everybody, and then came to the semifinals and lost to the Kings. I enjoy, like, upsets like that. King Kohli, Mr. Insane, 9 Munde Pagal Sare. King 75 centuries, baby. 15 to go. 15 to go, baby. Not 15.
25 to
25
go.
to go. 25 to go. 25 to go.
I think
Uh,
you're insane, mate.
Munde pagal ne sare. Only Virat will break Sachin's record.
We'll see.
Do you think Babar has a chance also? Mr. Insane, 999, baby.
We,
Us in the building. Let's
Babar
go.
Azam.
Uh,
You think Shubman Gill will follow later?
yes.
Shubman, maybe.
Yeah, look, I'll tell you something. I said that Shubman Gill is the next Virat Kohli, but I also said Unmukt Chand is the next Virat Kohli. These two players, whenever there's under 19 player that comes
Yes,
out, I
dude.
always feel is the next Virat Kohli.
Yes,
So,
dude.
कुछ भी हो सकता उस हिसाब से. So I'm not taking. I'm not
बाबर आजम
taking.
पे हंस जा रहे इंसेन भाई बाबर आजम पे इंसेन हो जा रहे
So केएल केएल राहुल होता गिल की जगह इंडिया आज भी खेल रही होती. What are your thoughts on the WPL system? 3 teams qualify, the top teams go directly in the final, second, third
directly to
place.
final.
My thoughts are this: that because you have 5 teams, this is what you eventually will come up with. If you had 6 teams, I don't think they'll probably have the PSL kind of format. But because you have the odd number of teams, this is probably the right way to do it. So I'm okay with this system. बिकॉज अगर 4 को लेके गए सेमीफाइनल में 1 को बाहर बिठाए थोड़ा सा नाइंसाफी हो जाती है. 5 को लेके चले जाओ फिर. बाबर का किंग से कंपैरिजन नहीं बनता ब्रो.
किंग का कंपैरिजन किससे भी नहीं बनता ब्रो. किंग है. The king is next. Well, your majesty is there.
तो इनसे भाई अच्छा किंग का कंपैरिजन मैजेस्टी से हो सकता है या नहीं मिस्टर रोहित शर्मा ये बताओ.
हिटमैन से
भी हां किसी चीज में किसी
हिटमैन क्या बोल रहा हूं.
Hitman, baby.
Hitman has 5 IPLs, bro. Hitman has 5 IPLs.
Rohit Sharma. But yeah, I think tomorrow it might be another boring day, but we're hoping that we're going to see a result. We're hoping that we see something, some chamatkar, some crazy things happening. So let's see what happens. Uske 232 million followers hai, Babar ki 1 million. By 232 है उसके विराट कोहली के.
Yeah. He's the most followed cricketer on Instagram, man.
टेस्ट में रूट से हो सकता है क्या ना.
नहीं अब नहीं होगा यार. Like centuries 28. I think root is on what? जो रूट के क्या स्टैट्स है भाई.
अभी कोई मानना है तो आई डोंट नो मुश्किल है भाई. मे बी शुभमन गिल ही मानना लाइक
वो भी अभी से शुरुआत करे तो मानना.
अगर आप भाई मैं 15 बोल रहा था 25 सेंचुरी अभी भी मानना है. मजाक नहीं है. लाइक इट्स नॉट इजी स्टिल. दैट सचिन रिकॉर्ड इज वेरी हार्ड. It's not easy to go to that record. Now Virat Kohli has to hit like 10 centuries in the World Cup itself, or at least like 4 centuries.
Joe Root के बहुत कम है भाई. Joe Root has 29 centuries and yeah, wait, 29 in test and like 10.
25 और मानना मुश्किल है. 100 is very difficult. If he gets there, man, hats off to him. India fans will be up early to support New Zealand. Hope they chase 257 required to win.
Yes, sir.
By 75 भी ऐसा नहीं
बन गए बट लाइक एक चीज है रोहित. अगर सचिन और कोहली के आप कंपैरिजन करें, सचिन had lesser formats than King Kohli. Kohli has T20 also to back him up, right? So I think he has different.
T20 में तो उसकी एक ही सेंचुरी है कोहली की.
Yeah, but that's his fault. He didn't capitalize. But no, I'm just saying. I'm not taking anything away from Kohli. Kohli भाई next level. 75 भी ये एरा में मानना मुश्किल है. लोग आके ये लड़ते कि भाई उन्हें शोएब अख्तर को देखा, ब्रेडली को, that's how
अगर मैं
they compare,
आपको चीज बोलूं ये लाइक मैं इसको पलटा सकते हैं. ये बात सही है कि लाइक सचिन जो क्वालिटी बॉलर्स फेस करा एंड एवरीथिंग वो बात सच है. लेकिन अब ये टाइम पे जब 3 फॉर्मेट्स खेल रहे हैं, आप इतना फिटनेस रख रहे हैं कि आके आप बैटिंग करो और सेंचुरीज मारो लगातार. आज भी उन्हें इतना स्टैमिना दिखाया. सो यू हैव टू गिव हिम क्रेडिट ओवर देयर. फॉर मी आई प्रेफर विराट कोहली एज अ बैटर, but Sachin is a much more talented batsman.
Technically, Sachin की बात नहीं आती.
He has more shots than Virat Kohli. The timing was on another level. Virat Kohli said himself कि भाई अब मैं उससे आप compare ही नहीं कर सकते. But what Virat Kohli is doing right now is next level, bro. It's really high quality stuff. In terms of batting, that innings he played against Pakistan, I've never seen an innings like that. Yeah, you can say that Sachin Wasim Wakar को मारा था 2003 में, मगर मैच कौन फिनिश करा? ड्राविड और युवराज, राइट? या ड्राविड और केएफ या जो भी है, लाइक उन लोग फिनिश करे. यहाँ पे विराट कोहली फिनिश करा. दैट इज द डिफरेंस. किंग नंबर 1 प्लेयर इन 2019.
ये आशीष का दूसरा अकाउंट है क्या?
नहीं यार, नंबर 1 प्लेयर 2019 में तो रोहित शर्मा था. 2016 में आई थिंक विराट कोहली वाज अमेजिंग. मे बी रैंकिंग्स में बोल रहे हैं आप, मगर मैजेस्टिक के 5 सेंचुरी थे भाई इंग्लैंड में वर्ल्ड कप में, किधर किधर की सेंचुरी मार सकते रोहित शर्मा, तो
Yeah,
मैं
Rohit
बोल रहा
Sharma
हूँ
is the
भाई
next
क्या,
level.
हाँ
Next level player. Rohit Sharma मेरे को लगता है like he could have done much more, right, in terms of his the talent that he had. I don't know हम उसका records निकालना पड़ेगा कितने रन से रोहित शर्मा के, but yeah,
हाँ
200 तो उसके सबसे ज्यादा I think ODIs में
हम्म।
तो.
Sachin is god of cricket and Virat is king. The thing is, like, what I will say is that everybody is to their own. Like, you can have your favorite player, but there is no, you can't take away from Virat Kohli what he's done. He's been outstanding. If Kohli got his double century today, he would be the fourth on the list of most double centuries behind Brandon Sangakkara and Lara. Yeah.
Yeah,
KP का ट्वीट देखे कोहली पे, नहीं देखा मैं.
मैं भी नहीं देखा.
The hitman, baby. In Rohit, we trust. Hitman 140 against Pakistan 2019. Yeah, baby. Now we're talking. Mr. Rohit Sharma. उसके कितने डबल हंड्रेड है वनडे में? 3 है या 2 है? 3 है शायद.
किसके?
रोहित
तीन
शर्मा
है,
के.
तीन है, तीन है. 254, 208 and I think one more that he hit.
And Rohit, we trust. The captain. Yeah, like,
Peterson, I think Peterson का पुराना tweet के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. I think if he said like I hope this phase ends, Kohli's phase ends, that bad phase of Kohli's ends, because we need the old version of Virat Kohli is what he said if I'm not wrong back in the day. I don't
and
know
this is,
about.
look, this is what's it called? Love from India, bro. Love, baby. Love from Dubai, bro.
Love, love back from India, from Hyderabad.
बस हमारे हैदराबाद में, इंडिया में
Peter on
स्विंग्स
baby.
उंडे पागल में सारे. अभी
अभी
नहीं
अभी हुआ है.
देखा.
अच्छा, आप देखेंगे. I'll check later.
मगर मैं बोल रहा था फैज,
जी बोलिए सर, आप क्या बोल रहे थे, मैं सुन रहा हूँ.
क्या बोलते, सो विराट कोहली की बात हो रही थी, इन टर्म्स ऑफ, या लाइक, मैं सहमत हूँ कि ही इज जस्ट नेक्स्ट लेवल. लेकिन अब आईपीएल, इफ ही डजंट विन आईपीएल, डज दैट टार्निश हिज?
नो मैन, पिंडा नहीं होता, बिकॉज लाइक देयर नो वे. आप क्या चीज को कंपेयर करें, लाइक आप कैसा बोल सकते हैं, आप एक सुपरमार्केट को आप एक किराना से नहीं कंपेयर कर सकते, राइट. आप एक मॉल
टी
को
ट्वेंटी
एक
वर्ल्ड कप भी नहीं जीता मैंने.
हाँ.
टी
Okay,
ट्वेंटी
World
वर्ल्ड
Cup
कप.
जीत गया bro. Like he was so young when he won the World Cup. So like, and he has the World Cup in his bag, which most people don't. He has T20 World Cup जीत जाएगा अगले साल इंशाल्लाह. IPL, I don't want him to win because Hyderabad has to win. Um, yeah, but I think man, you records individually. अगर आप ले रहे records, man, he is the greatest of all time. There is no one else
Of
close
all
to that
time.
of all time. If he does
Not
it
even
when he's there,
not even AB de
he does.
Villiers.
AB de Villiers nothing won. He won nothing. AB de Villiers won nothing. I love the player. I love the player, but AB de Villiers won nothing. Not even an IPL. Not even an IPL. He has nothing.
But in terms of technique, AB de Villiers is the best batsman I've
I
ever
see
seen.
that's just an aspect of the game, but you know, it's just like one part of the game. But runs wise, Kohli is ahead. Accolades wise, Kohli is ahead. Fitness wise, maybe AB de Villiers was better. But Kohli learned a lot from AB de Villiers, yes, when they were at RCB. But man, every person on this planet is praising Virat Kohli for what he's doing in 75 centuries. Not easy. Like you yourself are saying that. So
Best
wow,
player
बात वही
ever.
है. I think he's the best player ever. Yeah, सचिन तेंदुलकर है भाई, बट लाइक सचिन तेंदुलकर वो बांग्लादेश के सेंचुरी का मेरा दिमाग फिरा दिया था यार. He
Virat
took too much time to get that 100. याद है हमें रेंगते रेंगते देखे थे यार बांग्लादेश के अगेंस्ट जो मारा सेंचुरी.
149 against England 2018, one man army. I remember that innings very clearly. I was in Canada at that time and I was buzzing. The roar celebration. एक बात बताइयो, अगर कोई बिग सीरीज हो, रोहित और विराट ना हो, मजा नहीं आएगा, व्यूज भी कम होंगे उस सीरीज के.
अभी ऐसा बोल रहे, बट अगर अपन देखो हर हर लाइक हीरो, अब लोग बोलते थे कि सचिन, द्रविड़, लक्ष्मण, गंगुली एरा के बाद क्रिकेट कौन देखेगा, राइट. सहवाग ये मिलेनियम एरा है, ये कौन देखेगा. बट यू हैव विराट कोहली, यू हैव रोहित शर्मा, यू हैव नाउ यू हैव शुभमन गिल, यू हैव ईशान किशन, यू हैव सूर्य कुमार को आप नहीं देखेंगे अंशुल भाई T20 में.
ऋषभ पंत,
You Rishabh Pant, man, that guy is inshallah. I hope he comes back.
उमरान
So
मलिक.
but there always be this way. Like मेरा like एक टाइम होता था कि अब like मुस्तफा तो मुझसे पहले फुटबॉल देख रहे, like he saw probably जिदान देखे और रोनाल्डो नंबर 9 को देखे, वो तो भाई legends of football है. But आप कंटिन्यू करें, क्रिस्टियानो आया, लायनल मेसी, the greatest ever to like you know play the game. And now you see new players that are coming in as well, right? So you have to move in with the era. Mbappe को देख लो आप, Mbappe is 22, he's won the World Cup, the Euros and everything. So there's always going to be that dying old guard. और हमारा एक जमाने के cricketers रहते, फिर अपन जो next वाले को देखते, probably it's always going to be rotational. Like you're probably हमारे बच्चे अगर हुए, like whatever शादी होना है पहले, but like अगर वो है तो they'll come back and tell us कि like शुभमन गिल इतना जबरदस्त था, आप कैसा बोल रहे विराट कोहली आप कर, मैं तो पचकड़ा मार देता हूँ पुट्टे को मेरे, पर एक बात बोल रहा हूँ like आज
Yeah, बिल्कुल सही बोले, बिल्कुल बात सही है. Like my dad, he always talks about the West Indies team. I've never seen that West Indies team, but he always talks about it. But he
even
still
I talk
watches.
about even I talk about one particular Michael Holding.
Yeah, but
Sapine
but we haven't seen
they
him,
saw
right?
it. Yeah, they saw it. Yeah.
They saw it, but my dad still gets excited when Umran Malik comes into a bowl. Like, he gets still excited. Like after watching Michael Holding, and he's seen them live. He's seen these guys, Clive Lloyd, and like in Lancashire playing. He's seen in Hyderabad also. So he's seen in the ground, and he still gets excited on TV. He's watching Umran Malik bowl. So I agree with you 100%. You put it very well, man. IPL doesn't matter. He has World Cup Champions Trophy under 19. IPL doesn't matter.
I want to know this very well. Like Ibrahim, are you an RCB fan? That's what I was asking. I have a very big hunch that Ibrahim is an RCB fan, because when we were talking about RCB not, because when we were saying RCB not winning, then he was the one who pulled out Punjab and Delhi didn't win. So
If you're taking match winner, probably the greatest that I've seen, in my opinion, is probably MS Dhoni, right? Match winner. Like, as captain, he's done everything, right? He's also finished games, but captaincy also, he's won everything. But if you just, for me, ability-wise, I don't like the guy, okay? I really don't like him, but he's the best batter that I've seen, AB de Villiers. Because I've seen him play, I'll just tell you, for me, I've seen him play 20 ball, 120. 120 balls, 120 ball, 20 run. And I've seen him hit like a 15, 17, 18 balls. And I've seen him hit 115, 50 balls. So just the range that this man has, the capacity, the skill, the ability that this man has, I've not seen anything like that. It's just my opinion. You don't need to agree with me. But yeah, like if you look taking accolades into it, then you have to, AB has not won anything, which I have
like it all boils down to, मतलब ऐसा है कि भाई आपके हिसाब से आपका एक अलग क्राइटेरिया होता है ग्रेटेस्ट का. थोड़े लोग ट्रॉफी में तोलते, थोड़े लोग एबिलिटी में तोलते, like they weigh it in ability.
अब देखो, मेसी अगर वर्ल्ड कप नहीं जीता, वर्ल्ड कप अगर नहीं जीता मेसी, तो would you say he's the best player of all time?
I still don't say he's the best player, but yeah, okay, he is one of the best players of all
but
time.
If he didn't win the World Cup, would you say?
If he didn't do it, the argument would still be there. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I would still say he's the best player that I've ever seen in my life. Like even
that's the way you look at it. Each to their own.
Yeah, it depends how you like. Sachin Tendulkar, if he didn't win the 2011 World Cup, people would say he's not the greatest. He won the World Cup. अगर ऐसा था तो सचिन भी आईपीएल ट्रॉफी नहीं है भाई, है सचिन के पास आईपीएल ट्रॉफी.
सचिन सेकंड
2013 में रोहित शर्मा जब कैप्टन था, सचिन था शायद उसमें, नहीं
मेरे को याद नहीं आ रहा. I don't remember. Sachin smashed it in the first
चैंपियंस लीग में शायद सचिन को.
I think he was a coach or mentor in that one.
नहीं, उन्हें 13 में खेल रहा था मेरे हिसाब से.
13 में
रिटायर हुआ इंडिया से वही टाइम पे.
13 yeah, I think you're right. I think it was the last IPL or something. Yeah,
last IPL जीता था उन्हें. अभी याद है उसको उठाए थे रोहित शर्मा हम लोग. आप किसके फैन हो? आप बताओ किस बारे में पूछ रहे हैं आप? टीम के बारे में, इंडिविजुअल के बारे में?
मैं तो एनसीएन 99 का इस फैन हूं ब्रो, बिकॉज़ उन्होंने विराट कोहली को जैसे हाइप कर दिया, मैं भी क्रेजी हो गया.
First is a massive fan of Janvi Kapoor. अगर आप ऐसे पूछ रहे हो.
Massive is a very understatement.
क्रिकेट का क्रेजी का हम इसलिए
क्रेज इसलिए भी हुआ कि इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान सीरीज भी नहीं होती, जब हर घर टीवी पे मैच इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान सीरीज में भी. या आई मीन अंशुल भाई देखिए, मैं ये भी आज वही पूछने वाला था, बिकॉज दिनेश कार्तिक आल्सो बॉट इट अप इन मिडिल ऑफ द कमेंट्री. अच्छी बात कर रहा था कि भाई 50 ओवर्स का आप लोगों को क्या लगता है, लाइक दैट थिंग इज फिनिश्ड और नॉट, लाइक इज इट डन एंड डस्टेड? 50 ओवर्स खेलना चाहिए ना है मेरे, लाइक उन्हें अपने हिसाब से वही बोला कि भाई लाइक इट इज एन इम्पोर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट, बट अगर आप टेस्ट मैचेस देख रहे हो तो आपको वो थोड़ा बहुत 50 ओवर एस्पेक्ट मिल जा रहा है इन अ टेस्ट मैच. एंड अगर आप T20 देख रहे हो तो आपको एंटरटेनमेंट फैक्टर मिला. तो मे बी लाइक 50 ओवर्स इज नॉट द राइट वे टू गो इन दिस मॉडर्न डे एरा, एंड मे बी यू शुड जस्ट लाइक लुक टुवर्ड्स सेइंग बाय बाय टू इट, बिकॉज यू आर नॉट गेटिंग मच आउट ऑफ इट, राइट? लाइक 50 ओवर्स आप खेल रहे, चलो ठीक है, बट व्यूअरशिप भी नहीं मिलेगी आपको. आप T20 में देखो, देखिए आप टेस्ट मैच में ऐसा अगर टेस्ट मैच रहा तो आपको मिलेगी, बट 50 ओवर्स आई डोंट नो कहीं ना कहीं व्यूवरशिप्स का अब because
That'll change. It depends on the situation. Again, if it's a 50 over World Cup semi-final India Pakistan, then the viewership will beat any.
again India Pakistan is because that that's okay, it's because of India Pakistan, right? like अगर आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया और कुछ भी टीम लगा दो या कोई भी उतनी व्यूवरशिप नहीं रहेगी जैसे अपन ऑलरेडी बात कर रहे थे थोड़े दिन पहले लाइक व्हाई द व्यूवरशिप थिंग इट्स इंडिया पाकिस्तान इज मैसिवली बट दैट्स जस्ट टू कंट्रीज इन द वर्ल्ड सो इट्स लाइक दैट मेरे हिसाब से तो आई डोंट नो क्रेज तो कम हुआ होगा बट
मगर
इंडिया पाकिस्तान में कभी नहीं
व्यूअरशिप
होगा
बढ़ सकती है इसलिए 50 ओवर मतलब 8 घंटे देखना है तो जो लोग सो रहे हैं वो उठ के भी देख सकते हैं जो उठे हुए हैं वो सो जाएंगे फिर उठ के भी देख सकते हैं
but
तो
it will always be the
वो
same number no like it will be the same number like it won't अब कैसा अब फुटबॉल के लिए अब everybody will become like awake like they'll kill their sleep right like अब थोड़े 15 मिनट में है मैनचेस्टर का मैच मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड का टोक्यो जापान या कहीं भी जहाँ रात हो रही है या लेट नाइट हो they'll get up and watch right so वैसा बोल रहा हूँ अगर बेन स्टोक्स
अगर
वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल में परफॉर्मेंस नहीं आती तो आप उससे बिग ऑलराउंडर मानते
हाँ
उससे
जी
बिग
मानता
yeah
था
even if he didn't win the world cup is what he's saying
कौन सा वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल बोल रहे हैं आप T20 या 50 ओवर
2019 ओह salty अगर लेट्स से दोनों वर्ल्ड कप में
दोनों वर्ल्ड कप में तो फिर मे बी नहीं मानता था मे बी बट लाइक अगर आप 20 ओवर के फॉर्मेट में बोल रहे हैं नहीं बिकॉज 50 ओवर में उसने जो इनिंग खेली फिर एशेज में जो इनिंग खेली मैं मानता हूँ भाई सबसे बेस्ट ऑलराउंडर है वो भाई now India is the fifth largest economy come on baby nice and slow we on top like we on a rodeo 2027 में थर्ड पे आ जाएगा
देखना
तो इंडिया
पड़ेगा
आना है फिर मेरे को
यहाँ पे जावा चले आ रहे इंडिया में जावा चले आ रहे इकोनॉमी तो
मेरे को इंडिया आना
इन्फ्लेशन रेट यूं बढ़ा हुआ है भाई
मेरे को इंडिया आना पड़ेगा भाई लेकिन मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि 50 ओवर वर्ल्ड कप जो होने वाला है उसमें मुझे लग रहा है कि भाई
हाँ
व्यूअरशिप विल बी ह्यूज अगेन
बट
इंडिया
अगर
में
आगे की बात देख रहे हैं लाइक इफ यू गोइंग टुवर्ड्स थोड़ा और साल आप लगा लो work from home, corporate structure, all of these jobs that people are having right now, it is not giving them that balance in life. Like you're coming, you're logging in for 8 hours, you're working, and then you're going home for like 2 hours, going to sleep, coming back to work. So that thing is making it
You
very
say
hard for
that, bro,
people
but
to
like
follow.
all this is BS. Like even अगर किसी की शादी हो रही, इंडिया पाकिस्तान का मैच है, सब मैच देखने वाले हैं. Like when it comes to cricket, whatever format you're playing, match अगर फंसा हुआ है, it depends on the परिस्थिति of the game. If the condition,
City maybe.
if the situation demands a very tense finish, then everybody will be watching.
But that's too situational, right? Like again, that's
It
too
is
situational.
situational, but
Yeah.
but the thing is, you're talking about billion people. You're talking. Look at India's population. You're banking on that. People in football, they bank on India now as a viewership. Like pura Star Sports India bhi rehta hai Instagram pe kya Premier League India. They have their own section. They invite content creators from India. Inshallah, one day they will also call us and they talk about the football and like everything. So like India is the biggest market. Like and if India is playing any sport, especially if they're playing cricket, you will have bro the 2011 World Cup. This time there was no Instagram. Okay, at that time there was only Facebook. I was in a British school. I think उसमें 2 इंडियन थे मेरे साथ and 8 पाकिस्तानी थे सारे अरब थे. Everybody watched that India Pakistan semi final.
Yeah,
And
वो
that
तो है
was
कि भाई क्योंकि yeah.
nothing. So like it's and then and that's nothing. That's like what like 30 guys in my house watching a game.
But like I'm just saying from an like अगर अपन like hype के बारे में yes like semi final it's bound to be like yeah World Cup final semi final है आ जाओ मेरे घर पे देख लो like you will still like हाँ let's see what this is about right but like if I ask someone to come and watch this flat track Pakistan New Zealand आ जाओ भाई Pakistan New Zealand देखने आ जाओ मैं चारे भाई कौन देखते बोल के रहता like it will be it's like too situational and like again there has to be some sort of hype to it. And like you always say, right, cricket is very difficult to make anybody understand. And I think वो हिसाब से अगर football का इन्हें ball मारना net में खत्म. That's it. So it's always going to be hard, but yeah. So I mean, yeah, each to his own probably. But मेरे हिसाब से तो like भाई एक reason तो why you compare King with Azam just to सताओ आपको. That's the only reason.
for kicks. मजे
For kicks
लेने.
maybe. Vibes. But yeah, I mean. Man, there's no one comparing King, man. King is next level.
Yes, ODI, ICC need to find a way to make it more relevant. I think the Champions Trophy back ODI will become interesting again.
But where will they fit it in the calendar year, Ibrahim? By like 2 years in a while also. Like you have T20 World Cup next
It's every
year.
4 years the Champions Trophy, so they'll fit it like 1 year.
But then World Cup Yeah, Asia
Only
Cup bhi
after the
hai.
World Cup.
Every year Asia Cup, every year T20 World Cup. Like it's getting a little bit redundant, right? Like same thing again and again.
The T20 2 years, every 2 years also, I'm not the big fan of every 2 years. एक बात बताओ, बताइयो, अगर बाबर 196 मारे तो काम के नहीं, विराट ने 185 मेरे मैच ड्रॉ करने के हैं.
बाबर की किस्मत खराब है, वो कैसा है मालूम, बेचारा कुछ भी अच्छा करने जा रहा तो भी बुरा हो जा रहा, वैसा सिचुएशन है. अगर आप देखो लास्ट टू T20 में बैक टू बैक 70 मारा, फिर 100 मारा, 100 मारा फिर 70, दोनों टाइम उसकी टीम हार गई. Like it's just unfortunate for this guy. Honestly, this guy is a very talented batsman. I think he's probably one of the best batsmen. सबकॉन्टिनेंट में तो उन्हें मारता किसको भी. तो मेरे हिसाब से जस्ट लाइक उसकी किस्मत खराब है. Had he not been a captain, Anshul bhai, and he won't have to have this kind of situation, we'll all say that he's a good batsman, right? So like you consider like Hayden and all of these guys great batsmen, but how many of them have match winning innings, right? He's a top order batsman. He does his business and he goes home. So I think I'm looking at it like that. Maybe if it's wrong, like you, I mean, it's just my opinion that Babar Azam अगर captaincy हटा के आप उसके stats देखो, it's just incredible.
बाबर ने कभी 200 भी मारा है क्या?
I don't think so, नहीं. I don't think नहीं मारा.
Just Bobby is Bobby.
But Babar is in 2 semifinals, bro. Like in 2 finals back to back, so you have to give it to him.
So Bobby Azam. There is the championship is scheduled for February 2025 in Pakistan, which is why in 2025 the IPL and PSL will happen at the same time. The next Champions Trophy is in 2029 in India. Tell
He's
me who
already
is
giving.
supporting IPL, man. I don't want to know what's happening in 2025. Hey, tell me who
Yeah,
is
he's not. I asked him 3 times, man. I asked him.
tell
He's
me
not.
who is supporting the IPL. Tell me about now. Who are you supporting? Which
We
jersey are you
see
going to wear next month, bro?
from South Africa. From South Africa, we have Hendrik Klaassen, we have Marco Jansen, we have Aiden Markram. Because I'm giving South African option so that you can come towards this side, or if you want to go to Deval Brevis, I understand completely.
पीएसएल का भी वाइब अच्छा है, लेकिन जब
Tapal baby, Tapal baby,
गाने तक
Tapal.
ही ऐड आता है, सब चाय पीते हैं.
ऐसा 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 खड़े रहते आते क्या ओ पीना है बोल के ऐसा रहता मसला. But yeah, I
मेरे
mean,
को पीएसएल में मजा आता. सेकंड बेस्ट लीग बोलता हूँ मैं तो. लाइक मेरे को, मैं एंजॉय करता हूँ भाई. 260 मार रहे यार, जबरदस्त है. हर बॉल छक्का जा रहा. मेरे को वो याद दिला दिया मैं जब फैज को मारता था बैकयार्ड में, तो ठाक बोल के छक्का. ब्रायन
बट
लारा क्रिकेट.
वो भी याद आ रहा, नींद में से उठे बाद अरे ये तो सपना था. But नहीं, I mean, नहीं मुस्तफा भाई, straight bat, always straight bat.
Pindi boys are enjoying, man. Pindi boys are enjoying the big scores. But yeah,
Vibes of sea.
it's
Yeah,
fun,
vibes
man.
of
Look,
sea.
if you don't, it's cricket at the end of the day. हमको cricket से मतलब है. जहाँ भी हो रहा, कौन सी भी लीग हो रहा. I covered the GT20 in Canada. I enjoyed it, man. Like it was just very small grounds. The pitches were up and down, especially the first season. Second season was a bit better, but I enjoyed. I went and covered the whole tournament. So like cricket is cricket. उसमें भी like मैं अच्छी चीजें देखा. There is वो तो बहुत छोटा बाउंड्री थे उसमें. उन्हें रसल तो who was it? Nicholas Puran. He was playing for West Indies B Fairs at that time. I was in the media box with my laptop like this, exactly like this. Okay, smashed the ball. It came. I was at that time long on was the media box. I had to put my laptop like that down, and then it deflected off my hand, the ball, and it went and crashed into the glass. I saved my laptop, but I kind of broke my hand. So like, इतने छोटे ground थे वो, और उन्हें से ऐसा मारा है. It's not like jump के मारा था. So those are extremely strong. But cricket is cricket, man. If you have passion for the game, you'll always find. Right now, we're all looking forward to the IPL. But when the IPL is done, we're going to look forward to the World Cup. After that, we'll look forward to something else. कुछ ना कुछ तो रहेगा. अभी उतना नहीं चल रहा क्रिकेट की दुनिया में, मगर फिर भी बहुत कुछ चल रहा. So we'll enjoy it. I'm supporting Rajasthan Royals and my second team is RCB. I'm thinking of dropping one for SRU. Yeah, we're influencing you, man. That's what we're doing.
अगले एपिसोड में बिरयानी की प्लेट लाके रख देता हूं. So that
If I call the guys, call the Brews and tell them there's new influencers in town, man. Make sure to like and subscribe, bro. The Mandem ain't ready. PSL में WPL से भी छोटी बाउंड्रीज है भाई. उसमें तो मजा है. पिंडी में देखो क्या माहौल है. 7 बजे के बाद कड़क चाय और एक शॉल ओढ़ लो. देखो क्या जबरदस्त मजा आ रहा. ठॉक बोल के आवाज आ रहा बैट में से. दैट इज नेक्स्ट लेवल स्टफ, मैन. अफ्रीका में, अरे अफ्रीका में टेस्ट का क्रेज कम हो रहा है. ग्राउंड में लोग ही नहीं है. इंडिया में नहीं थी, वेस्ट इंडीज में भी.
बट उन लोगों के जो WT20 के क्राउड्स डिसेंट थे एक्चुअली. WT20 वर्ल्ड कप के टाइम
और
पे
SAT20 भी जबरदस्त क्राउड्स.
SAT20 पे जबरदस्त क्राउड थे. बट या टेस्ट में थोड़े कम हो रहे हैं. एंड अगेन आई थिंक इट्स जस्ट लाइक साउथ अफ्रीका थोड़ा बहुत परफॉर्म भी नहीं कर रहे थे, सो आई थिंक वो रीजन होगा, या इब्राहिम भाई कैन लेट अस नो बेटर के रीजंस क्या थे। बट WT20 और क्या था दूसरा SA T20 में काफी जबरदस्त माहौल था, लाइक इट वाज वेरी नाइस।
हाँ जी, और आप लोग जो भी अभी हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, प्लीज अपने आईपीएल की टीम्स बता दीजिए हमको, और आप हमारे आईपीएल में जरूर हमारे साथ आना, और सब अपने दोस्तों और भाइयों, सब बहनों, सबको लेके आओ, और हम बहुत एंजॉय करने वाले। वी आर ट्राइंग टू कवर इट लाइक 24/7 दिस टाइम। मैं और फैज इस पे हमारा प्रोजेक्ट है आईपीएल, तो प्लीज
अगर हमारे आंखों के नीचे काले गड़े कुछ भी दिखे तो इग्नोर करिए, बिकॉज
हम लोग बहुत कोशिश करेंगे, और प्लीज आप लोग सपोर्ट करते रहिए। और मिस्टर इनसेन, मैं तो पागल हूँ, स्मृति बाबर से भी महंगी छोड़ भाई, पैसे ज्यादा थे उसमें।
बट स्मृति को बैक टू बैक 4 डिफीट्स हो गए, बाबर आजम इज इन सेमीफाइनल। बाबर आजम इज इन द सेमीफाइनल, एलिमिनेटर खेल रहा हूं मैं। आप सोचो बाबर आजम की ताकत देखो, ने बुखार में है लेकिन ही नोस हिज टीम इज इन द सेमीफाइनल, एलिमिनेटर। वो नेदरलैंड्स जाती हुई टीम को, मतलब साउथ अफ्रीका को हरवाने लगा दिया, इतना ताकत है बाबर आजम में।
मेरे को ये बात बताओ, अब मैं कुछ छेड़ना है, लेकिन आप लोग बुला मत मारो, दिस इज ऑल फन एंड जोक्स, मगर आप मेरे को ये बताओ, बॉलिंग का कंपैरिजन करो, शाहीन अफरीदी, नसीम शाह एंड कौन है भाई, हारिस रऊफ वर्सेस शमी, सिराज एंड कौन है तीसरा, बुमराह तो नहीं है अभी,
शार्दुल ठाकुर।
बोलो। Who is अब ये तो डिसाइड हो गया, कोहली इज बेटर देन बाबर आजम, रोहित शर्मा इज बेटर देन रिजवान। सो अब ये डिसाइड करो, बॉलिंग का बताओ। इनसेन, मैं तो पागल है सारे। बुमराह नहीं है भैया, बुमराह को बैक का इशू है।
बुमराह इज अ सरप्राइज प्लेयर ब्रो, लाइक इज लाइक मूड आया जब आता हूं, नहीं तो नहीं आता।
बैटिंग का कर दिया भाई, हम कंपैरिजन इंडिया की बेटर है, बॉलिंग का करो। बॉलिंग का करो भाई। रिजवान आईसीयू से खेल लिया था ऑस्ट्रेलिया टीम, भाई क्या जबरदस्त खेला था। बट रिजवान मगर पाद भी दिया था उन्हें श्रीलंका के अगेंस्ट, व्हेन ही वाज फुली फिट, ही डिडंट गो टू द आईसीयू दैट टाइम। I was there in the stadium and he hit 50 of like 60 deliveries, bro, chasing against Sri Lanka in the Asia Cup final. बैटिंग मैं मानता हूँ, मैं मानता हूँ, मैं मानता हूँ, मैं कहाँ आर्ग्यू कर रहा हूँ आपसे। मैं बॉलिंग का बताऊँ सर, बॉलिंग का बताओ, बॉलिंग किसकी बेटर है आप मुझे बताओ, सब बताओ। इट्स जस्ट ओपिनियन, इसमें क्या है, इट्स जस्ट फन, इसमें एवरीबॉडी कैन बी एंटाइटल्ड टू देयर ओपिनियन, उसमें क्या है। हाँ
बिल्कुल, मैं तो कोई बोल रहा नहीं भाई, बॉलिंग वाइज तो मैं कभी कुछ बोल नहीं।
बॉलिंग कोई किसकी बेटर है?
Obviously Pakistan in the recent times, Shaheen and Naseem. Haris Rav dodgy after Virat Kohli smashed him. But yeah, I think Naseem Shah for me right now is one of the best, and Shaheen तो अपने को मालूम उसका रिकॉर्ड क्या है।
ये बंदा वो देखो, ये इसको बोलते क्रिकेट सपोर्टर, इसको पता है सब। But yes, yeah, I think India's batting is much better when Pakistan's bowling is better right now. If you add Bumrah to the mix and maybe you get in Kuldeep Yadav and Chahal, then there's a comparison. But Shadab is a very good spinner as well. So I think Pakistan overall right now has a good bowling attack. This is current. Things could change. If you bring Umran Malik into this side, I might change my mind. Baby, that guy is my favorite player right now in cricket.
See. He's not doing budget. See, IPL budget. Okay. What was the best IPL? Which was the best IPL? IPL 1 में अगर आपको याद है, शाहिद अफरीदी broke records and Shoaib Akhtar broke Eden Gardens.
And Sohail Tanvir purple cap.
Sohail Tanvir. So I mean, that's what it is. India needs Pakistan, Pakistan needs India. End of story.
Bhai, the best is India versus Pakistan. आप यकीन मत मानो, Pakistani friends of mine, they don't like me, bro. When India win, they don't like me. They close their phone. मैं दम कर देता हूँ उन लोगों को. When they lost to England, मैं बैग में मिला दिया उन लोगों को. I did not let them go. But this is the fun. India and Pakistan need to play together, go against each other together and everything. That's when we'll have a lot of fun. And these discussions are also a lot of fun. But yeah, first let's wrap it up. Last 2-3 minutes. We have some football to cover, bro.
Yeah,
Boliye.
we have to watch because after last match we have to watch. So yeah, वो टेस्ट को मार लेना 75 में 54 टेस्ट में आई 504 टेस्ट में अच्छा ओके बट
नहीं, फिर
या
भी भाई क्रेडिट देना था विराट कोहली को, तो मैं विराट कोहली को मैं नहीं कर सकता।
मिस्टर इंस्टेन जल्दी की बात नहीं है लाइक आप बॉलिंग में तो कुछ बोले नहीं भाई लेकिन दैट्स बट नहीं आई मीन वी लव इंडिया मैन मी एंड मुस्तफा हैव फॉट विद अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल हम लोग को तो बहुत लड़ाया करे और ये वो है बट या आई थिंक India is the best, but you have to give credit where credit is due. And
क्रिकेट इज
Pakistan
क्रिकेट।
right now, man, they've always produced much better bowlers. Wasim Akram, Makarim, Shaheen, Naseem.
हाँ भाई, सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम मेरे को रहता है जब पाकिस्तान जीतती। आई ग्रो अप
Yeah.
विद ऑल माय फ्रेंड्स एंड द पीपल आई ग्रो अप विद पाकिस्तान, एंड देन आई वेंट टू कॉलेज, ऑल माय फ्रेंड्स आर पाकिस्तान, फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान। सबसे मेरे को देते हैं उन लोग को फोन उठा के, लाइक आई लिव इन लाइक आई हैव बीन लिविंग इन कंट्रीज वेयर we live with India and Pakistan, but that's the fun of it, man. मजा तो उसमें ही है कि banter करो अपने हद में, मतलब don't cross limits and everything like that, don't bring religion into it, don't bring stuff into it, but हंसी मजाक तो चलते रहेगा, हम भी सताएंगे उन लोग को। अब उन लोग के साथ conversation मैं तो कभी भी नहीं बोलूंगा, like I will always back India in
Support,
that,
yeah, of course,
like,
of course.
but that's part of the fun. I think let's wrap it up, Fez. 1 minute to go. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. बहुत बहुत मजा आया आज। कल जुड़िए, कल रिव्यू करेंगे हम लोग डे 5 का। First time in this series the match has gone to day 5, so everybody give yourselves a clap. We're watching a full test match finally, and let's see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully we get to see a result. If not, then it's going to be a draw, and we'll still come and talk to you. So make sure you like and subscribe and stay tuned for the latest content on chasing the target. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया everybody. इंसेन भाई, शायद आप नए, आपसे मिलके बहुत मजा आया, मैं बहुत एंजॉय करा पर्सनली। प्लीज आप आते रहिए। एंड अंशुल भाई, इब्राहिम भाई, टुडे आई डिडंट सी चिराग भाई, but everyone else, Gajju bhai, all these guys came today. Thank you so much for giving us your time. We will catch you tomorrow. Have a good rest of the day.